everybody, welcome to my humble homestead and garden side chat. So today I'm going to do a little bit of food prep here. I just like to do some easy food prep. So right now I'm just going to make some brown rice in my Instapot. And I'm getting that together because I'm just going to take some leftover vegetables that I have in my fridge. I have some spinach that's going to need to be used up. Have some leftover onions and green beans, some cauliflower here in a bowl. I have some green onions. And I take that and I have some ground meat. I'm just going to make this all into just a quick little stir fry. So right now I just want to show you how easy it is to make brown rice in the Instapot. So I soak my rice just because it does make it more digestible. I soak this in water and just a little bit of my whey that was left over from the yogurt. You can just soak it in water, or some people don't soak it at all. This is 2 cups of water, 2 cups of bone broth, beef bone broth. You can use just water, broth, whatever kind of liquid you like to use. I'm just going to pour the broth into my Instapot here. And then, see if I can do this one-handed. I just pour my rice. I don't know. I'm going to have to scrape that out here. Okay, so I got that done. Then I'm going to put the lid on here. And then you want to make sure you put it on lock. Oops, I don't have that on all the way. There we go. Yep, then you want it on, not on vent, but you want it on lock here, right in the back. And then there is a rice button, but that is more for the white rice. We're doing brown rice, so I just do it manual. Okay, so I just hit the pressure cook here, and it puts it on high, and I'm gonna do 22 minutes. 22 minutes on high pressure. So I just had to push the pressure button there. 22 minutes and we will have perfectly cooked brown rice. So I'll show you what comes next as I chop up my vegetables for my stir fry. See you in a minute. Hi friends. I'm not rocking the camera so well today. Anyway, so I got my cast iron skillet here. I've got some oil in here, just whatever oil you have. I used a little bit of olive oil and sesame oil. Then I actually I had browned some meat previously. And then I threw my vegetables in here. So I have my onions, my green beans, the cauliflower, and I found some broccoli and some celery. So whatever you have, I just honestly go through whatever needs to be used up in my fridge. And then I'm going to toss this meat back in here. Whoops. I'm making a mess because I'm trying to do this one-handed. And then I'm just going to kind of cook all this together for a couple more minutes. And then I'm going to throw the spinach in to wilt it. I also, for seasoning, I put garlic, I put ginger, I put some of my coconut aminos for the soy sauce, a little bit of crushed red pepper. So you can kind of put whatever you guys like for taste. I'm kind of one of those cooks that doesn't measure anything. I just dump, pour whatever sounds good to me. My fresh herbs haven't come up yet. I have some lettuce that I can pick so I can make a salad. I have some lettuce ready out of my garden. But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm doing the stir fry. Then I'm just going to cook this up. Then with the rest of the juice down in here, I don't know if you can see that. See if I can get this a better picture in there. There we go. So with the rest of the juice in here, I'm going to I have cut about 3 handfuls of spinach in there. And then I'm going to just wilt the spinach with the juice. And then I will just simmer this for a little bit. And when the rice is done, I will just put this over the rice. So that's kind of my quick meal prep for today. So yep, I will show you the finished product. I just wanted to show you how much spinach I put in. So I just load the pan with spinach because it all wilts down. And to get all those greens in there is so good. So yeah, I get as many vegetables as I can. It's a good way to fill up and have those healthy veggies in there. So it makes extra. And then, if you guys want to keep this no carb, low carb, keto friendly, you can also do this over cauliflower rice. I like to, I do like to have some grains once in a while. So that's why I have the brown rice going in my crock pot. And I did find if you do soak your grains, they are much more easier to digest. So I found that having, which is why I do the steel cut oats and the grains and things like that. I make a mess when I cook, so why my stove is so messy. But yeah, you can just soak them and it is more easily digestible. So I do not eat, grains and things every single day, but I do like to have them. But if you are one like some of my family members and they're doing the keto, you certainly can have this with cauliflower rice, or you can just load these up with vegetables and just have this plain like this. All right, so this is just about done. I'm going to let this finish wilting, and then once the rice is done, we'll plate it up. So kind of fine crunch these celeries up a little bit more. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Hello, welcome back. So back with the rice. When your Instapot is done with the 22-minute pressure, it will say low. We want it to get to low to 10 minutes because then the pressure will automatically release on its own. After that, we want to just go ahead and release the rest of the pressure. You see the steam goes up. And as that releases, then I'm going to cancel this. Once that's done releasing, then we will go ahead and open it up and check our rice. Now, one thing about why I do these quick convenience meals, honestly, is because I have a couple days off a week. I like to cook, and those are the kind of days where I go through my fridge, I see what is left in there, use it up. I maybe just take some sort of meat out on the day before I have off and let it thaw. And then I go through my fridge and I just kind of plan a meal. I will just kind of cook whatever up, maybe freeze half. That's just kind of how I do it for me. One thing that I've really found is, working full time and trying to garden and on the health benefits and the YouTube things, people are asking me, how are you doing it all? Well, you know what? I'm really not. I'm kind of breaking it up into segments. And, like some of the other days I was just really tired and I didn't, you guys might not see that, I need to unload my dishwasher today and, things like that. So one thing that I really found is, if I'm really tired, it's really important to take care of ourselves because let's take a peek at this. Ooh, look at that. I got some onions from that broth in that rice. Let me get a fork. So I use the broth in mine. You can use water, any kind of liquid. We just fluff it up and look at that. Perfect brown rice every time in the Instapot. So yeah, that is delicious. Okay, that looks amazing. All right, so I'm going to have that with my little stir fry. I'll plate it up and show you. But what I was saying is that, we should be tired at the end of the day. I'm very tired. I sleep really well. It does not take me long to fall asleep after work. I get off at 11 and I zonk out. But, we get that 2:00 lull. If a cup of tea or a cup of water, just a little break, if we don't feel like we can go through a day and we're just too tired, I came to the point where I was just doing too much. And so we have to really take care of ourselves. And the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, as far as growing my own food and, herbs and trying to, show different things is to be healthy. So that's really one thing I was thinking about today and wanted to share. There's so much I want to do. Like I definitely want to drain my infused rosehip oil. That's one thing I want to do. I have a whole bunch of extracts and things I need to filter. But, today I'm just going to I want to make jams. I have these peaches and nectarines that have to be used up. So I'm going to do today just the jam and this cooking thing here. I already went out and weeded the garden today and worked on my trees, and I'm going to leave it at that. So we have to really listen to our bodies and do what they say. So that's just kind of, I'm kind of talking to myself, but I wanted to share it out loud with you because, it might help somebody else too, that we just, that was the reason why I got sick in the first place, was because I was just doing everything. I was going to school, I was raising children, I was working, I was volunteering at church. And we have to remember that we are not the poster children for, let's do everything. I'm the poster child for, hey, women can't do everything, or at least not at one time, space things out. So, all right, well, let me get this dished up. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And yeah, here we go. All right, so here is the finished product. Here is the stir fry with the brown rice and the vegetables. Then I'm just having my fermented applesauce, so I have my fermented food and some iced tea with it. So just to let you know, my fermented applesauce, the one comment I want to make on it is it's a little bit salty. So I think for me, I'm going to add less salt the next time I make it. Just a little side note. But anyway, so yeah, here is the final product. Super easy, super fast. The only thing I waited on was the rice. Just because it's brown rice, it took like 25 minutes. But other than that, threw it together. This is a huge amount of food, and the pan is still pretty full, so I will have leftovers in the fridge, and then I'll probably freeze a serving as well. And if I don't eat the leftovers, I was thinking I can use them to make an egg bake. So if I do that, I'll show you. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you another time. Bye.